Hello viewer, welcome to Everything But What. Welcome to Everything But What. This is the biggest airport in Canada called Pearson in Toronto. In that airport there is an unimaginable biggest cargo terminal. To tell you about this cargo terminal, all the parcels from all over the world are stored in one place, and from here, all the cargo is delivered. That's why all the cargos are packed in huge cargo boxes. The space is not as small as you think. The biggest warehouse is the one which can accommodate more than 1,000 people. The biggest warehouse is the one which can accommodate more than 1,000 people. So, if there are 1,000 people to work, how many boxes are there in that warehouse? There are many boxes, and in each box, there are different items, and the prices are also different. So, because of this, there are many security guards for the cargo terminal. So, because of this, there are many security guards. Because of this, we can see many CCTV cameras inside. So, for 24 hours, we can see what's happening inside. But even though they keep a strict guard, but still, from 1980 to 2000, these items worth 2 million to 3 million United States dollars. These items worth 2 million to 3 million United States dollars were disappearing. The police will check the boxes to see if they have stolen the items. The police will check the boxes. Even after searching for a long time, they couldn't find a single clue about the thief. So, the police started believing that this is a perfect crime. Because, we have already told you how safe the warehouse is. The reason we are telling you this is because, only if you have an employee ID card, you can enter the warehouse. There are employees who are trusted in the warehouse. They are the only ones who are allowed to enter the warehouse. Even if someone enters the warehouse and steals a suitcase, there are many cameras around the warehouse. They will definitely catch the thief. Even if the cameras don't catch the thief, there are many police officers around the warehouse. They have 24/7 cameras. So, if you ask them if they can steal the suitcase, they will definitely not be able to do it. So, after 13 years, the police were surprised to see a suitcase worth millions of dollars missing. So, if someone is stealing without any evidence, it must be a dangerous gang. The police understood that the gang is planning to steal the suitcase. But, this understanding is a flaw. The police thought that the gang is doing all these crimes. But, it is not a gang. It is a single person. The person who is doing all these crimes may be the director, supervisor, or even an employee of the warehouse. Because, only a person who knows about the warehouse can steal the suitcase without any evidence. So, today we are going to see about a big robber who has stolen a lot of suitcases from the warehouse. The police thought that he has stolen a lot of valuables worth 2 to 3 million dollars. But, he has stolen a lot of valuables worth 7 million dollars. So, he has stolen a lot of valuables worth 56 million dollars. So, today we are going to see about a big robber who has stolen a lot for 13 years. This video is going to be very interesting. So, don't skip and watch the video. Let's get into the video. Before that, subscribe to our channel. Also, follow us on WhatsApp and Facebook. So, there is no other person who has been a thorn in the eyes of the police for 13 years. He is the truck driver who worked for the warehouse. His name is Ho Le Mang. Ho Le Mang is a Vietnamese man who came to Canada. He came to Canada in the late 1980s. His entire bag was worth $50. The Indian rupee was worth 3,500 rupees. But, whatever was worth 3,500 rupees to him, the main reason he came to Canada was to live a rich life. So, he has seen a lot of cheap jobs in the early days. He didn't get a lot of satisfaction or salary in those jobs. But, whatever money he didn't have, the plus side of him was that he took care of everyone he met with love. At the same time, no matter how hard he worked, he was always smiling. That's why everyone calls him Mr. Smiley. He has a smile on his face, and a girl fell for him. She is also a Vietnamese. She started loving Mr. Smiley. That love ended in marriage. The name of the girl who married Mr. Smiley is Teresa. This is not the first marriage of Teresa. It's the second marriage. So, Teresa has a son in her teenage years. You might be shocked to hear that a teenage girl married Mr. Smiley. But, there is a reason behind this. At that time, Teresa didn't know. She was working in a shipping company. The shipping company was in Pearson Airport. She brought goods from there and delivered them to Canada. So, when she found out that Teresa was working in that shipping company, she married Mr. After marriage, the first thing Mr. Smiley asked Teresa was to get him a job. If her husband asked for a job for the first time, she couldn't not get him a job. So, Teresa got a job as a truck driver in the shipping company where she worked. There is a huge warehouse in Pearson Airport where truck drivers work. They deliver goods in the cargo boxes. The main reason for Mr. Smiley to get this job is that there are many expensive cargo boxes in the warehouse. So, it's easy to sell the goods in the cargo boxes. But, in order to sell the goods in the cargo boxes, there should be an entrant in the warehouse. So, Mr. Smiley got this job to be an entrant in the warehouse. When Teresa asked for a job, she would have asked for a job as a truck driver. So, Mr. Smiley got this job. So, once he got this job, he started her next plan. Yes, his next plan is to steal goods in the cargo boxes. It's easy to say this, but it's not that easy to do. Because, we have already told you how secure the warehouse in the airport is. So, it's not easy to steal goods in the cargo boxes in that warehouse. Even if he doesn't steal goods in the cargo boxes in the truck will be filled with goods. So, you can think of steal goods in the cargo boxes. But, if he deliver goods in the cargo boxes, it's easy to get caught. Because, when we send the goods from the warehouse, we keep the goods in the cargo boxes. So, they will ask us to deliver the goods in the cargo boxes. So, if the goods are not delivered in the cargo boxes, who will we blame? We will definitely blame Mr. Smiley. So, we shouldn't deliver goods in the cargo boxes. Instead, we should deliver goods in the cargo boxes in the warehouse. He is very sure about this. Because, in the warehouse, there will be many cargo boxes like a sea. Every day, thousands of cargo boxes will come in and out. So, every day, thousands of cargo boxes will come in and out. So, if one or two cargo boxes are missing, the warehouse staff will not find it easily. It will take a week to find it. Because, there was an incident in the 1990s. So, there is no computerized tracking in that incident. So, if the goods are not delivered in the cargo boxes, they will wait for a week. If the goods are not delivered in the cargo boxes, they will inform the sender. Once they inform the sender, they will call the warehouse staff and ask why the goods are not delivered. When they ask, the airport officials and the police will know that the cargo boxes are missing. But, it will take a week to find it. So, they will not leave any evidence. Smiley's target is to deliver the goods in the cargo boxes. This plan is perfect. But, the plan is not perfect. First, the goods have to enter the warehouse. Only then, the goods can be delivered in the cargo boxes. But, it is not that easy to enter the warehouse. As I said, only an ID card can enter the warehouse. He is a truck driver. So, the warehouse can be entered only with his ID card. The place where the goods enter the warehouse will be small. It will be a waiting area. He has to wait in that area. Only if he shows his ID card and enters the warehouse, he can reach the warehouse with the goods. But, he does not have permission to enter the warehouse. Only the trusted employees work there. They will deliver the goods in the truck and send him away. Smiley noted that even if he cannot enter the warehouse, he will get close to the employees and listen to their complaints. Only then, he will be able to deliver the goods in the cargo boxes. So, he is getting close to the employees working in the warehouse. He is getting close to some of the employees. He is choosing the right employees. There are some people who are financially struggling and he is very close to them. Because if a person who is struggling financially shows love to him and says, "I will help you," they will be ready to do anything for him automatically. So, he chooses such people and shows love to them and gets close to them. One of the people who got close to him is the one who always carries cargo bags for his truck. So, once I got close to him, one day when I was carrying cargo bags, he called me and told me that he will give me $2,000 and I just have to do one thing. He told me to carry an extra cargo bag and keep it in my truck. He told me that he will sell it and earn money, and instead of that he will give me $2,000. He told me that he will give me 160,000 rupees as per the Indian rupee. When I asked him this, the employee was very shocked and he was thinking that he is asking me to steal. But whatever I think, he is saying that he will give me 180,000 rupees. So, that amount was too much for the employee and he needed it. So, as Mr. Smiley said, he just put an extra cargo bag in the truck without anyone knowing. After that, Mr. Smiley takes the truck from the warehouse and delivers the cargo bags to all the locations. After delivering, he takes the cargo bag from his house to the truck and keeps it there. When he keeps it there, he does not know what is inside the cargo bag. Because it is sealed, he does not know what is inside. But with a blind faith, he gives him 180,000 rupees as an investment and delivers the cargo bag. So, he prays to God and opens the cargo bag. When he opens the cargo bag, he sees that all the products inside are electronic items. So, he takes out all the electronic products and lists them in the electronic store. When he checks the list, he finds that the electronic products are worth 100,000 American dollars. So, he is very excited when he hears this. Because he invested 160,000 rupees for this theft and got 80,000 rupees in return. So, he is very excited. He knows the value of the product and he has to sell it. He is very eager to sell the product. So, he goes to the stores and makes friends with people. He is a very good friend. He loves everyone and makes them trust him. He is a very good friend. He sells all the electronic products in the store. He cannot sell the original products because it is illegal. So, he has to pay a little less. But he invests 160,000 rupees and gets 800,000 rupees in return. He gets a lot of profit from this. So, he sells all the electronic products in the store. He is very happy when he sells all the electronic products. Because he gets a lot of profit from this. He plans to steal another bag. He calls the employee who carries the cargo bags in his truck. He tells him that he will give him $3,000 and he can steal another bag. He tells him that it will be good if he steals a good bag and has a lot of things in it. The employee tells him that he does not know what is in the bag. He tells him that he can only steal the bags that are in the truck. He tells him that he will steal a random bag and give it to him. But he does not know what is in the bag. He tells the employee that he will get a lot of profit if he steals a bag. He gives him $3,000 and steals a bag. He opens the cargo bag. He is not excited now. He was excited when he saw the electronic products in the bag. But now he is very depressed because it was all clothing. He is not happy when he sees the electronic products in the bag. He is very depressed. He does not know what is in the bag. But he will get a lot of profit if he steals a bag. He goes to the ready-made shop owner and talks to them. I have a lot of imported dress and I'll give it to you for low price. He also sold all of it and he also took another cargo and the things were different. He goes to the shops and sells the bags to the shop owner. Since each time it is different, he has to go to different fields and sell it. He didn't like it and it was also dangerous, so if we saw it like this we'll get caught. He decides to find a solution and planned again. He decides that he must steal the right box and he must know what is inside. If he wants to know, he must take the data from the warehouse, right? Only if he knows the section and the type of cargo is present, he can decide the other things, right? But it's not a simple thing to get that list. They work at the top level in the warehouse. Only if they have the support, they can get that list. So when they were looking for someone to hire, they saw Teresa in Myste. Smiley sighs. That is, his wife's name is Teresa. Yes, where does she work? She works at a shipping company where he is a truck driver, so they know very well what kind of cargo boxes are in that warehouse. So when he saw that list, he asked Teresa and bought it. Once he bought it, he went to the man who carries the cargo boxes in the truck. Next time don't pick up random boxes, this time in this warehouse, in this section, in this place there will be a lot of cargo boxes. Pick up a cargo box from there, because only if you pick up those cargo boxes there will be a considerable price for those goods, Mr. Smiley knows well, so that's why he picks up the selectively cargo boxes. He takes the cargo boxes he picked up and sells them illegally. He starts making a lot of money, but because he steals the cargo boxes selectively, even if he shows his genius, he couldn't sell the product at the expected price because he sells without any company registration. So even though it's a new product, they sell it at a very low price. This creates a lot of frustration for him, so he decided to make a decision. His stepson, that is, Teresa's son, he doesn't remember his name, is Benny. Mr. Smiley knows him very well. He showed true love as a father, so that's why Mr. Smiley likes Benny very much, so he won't do anything that he asks because he likes him in that. Benny learned a lot of things in marketing, so when Mr. Smiley finds out about this, he says, "I'll do the marketing for you." He starts selling the product. He creates a fake company and prepares fake invoices, so when he sells the product through that, he says, "This is like a real company." He starts buying the product at a good price, so even before this, Mr. Smiley started seeing a lot of profit, so the shop started having a lot of demand. Mr. Smiley started asking, "When will you bring the next product?" So he had to come to many warehouses and pick up the boxes, so a lot of boxes ended up in the house, but now their family has a small house, so they can't take a lot of boxes in that house, so they start looking for a bigger place, so they are very conscious about not having a public place and also not having a commercial rent, so they have to choose a house, so they choose 2 houses and rent them. So in one of the 2 houses, their family is staying. In the other house, they are destroying the boxes. You might ask, why is he destroying the boxes? What did the police do? As we said, it takes a week to find out if a box is missing, and even after a week, if you look at the CCTV footage and inquire about everything, they say they didn't see any unusual activities because Mr. Smiley is a regular drug dealer, and the person who brings the boxes is an employee who has been working there for a long time, and he delivers the cargoes in a truck, so without anyone suspecting anything. All these thefts are happening. The police is also keeping an eye on everyone who works in the warehouse. They are notifying everyone. They are also inquiring about the people who work there, but when they inquire, the people who work there don't let anyone go, so the police can't understand what's happening. They are just standing there without knowing anything, and when they are just standing there, Mr. He is using every employee and delivering the cargoes. That's when a small problem is created for Mr. Yes. He has rented 2 new houses, and one of the houses is full of boxes, so that's when a small problem starts to create for him because those 2 houses are not separate. He has rented 2 houses near each other, so when that happens, a delivery truck comes near the house and a box is taken from the truck and placed inside the house. A girl from the next house starts to notice, and when she sees that, a doubt starts to create because they are using this house as a warehouse. They don't know what they are doing. They are also starting to get curious. So one day Mr. Smiley goes and asks, "What are you doing? What are you doing to this house?" Mr. Smiley told without any frustration, and he told casually, "I am working in a delivery company and they asked for a house, so that's why I have rented this, so all the cargoes which cannot be stored there will be taken here, and there is not problem in this." So if he answers it, will she be quiet? She might spread it, right? He gave her many gifts and money when she is indeed, and because of these she didn't say anything outside, even though it was a HG house, since he kept on adding it. Even that house was filled and he was thinking how to sell it. At that time, the internet started to evolve. At that time, the eBay website was introduced. I am not telling you about eBay. The first thing that customers introduced to the world was eBay. If you have a product and you want to sell it, you just need to mention the price of the product in the eBay website. If the buyer needs to see the photo and price, they will contact you and buy it. The eBay concept was introduced first. The advantage of this website is that only registered companies can sell their products. Anyone can sell their products. So he created a lot of fake accounts and sold them. He started selling his products worldwide through eBay. He is selling his products worldwide. He is making 10 times more profit than the previous profit. He is making more than 19,000 products through eBay. He has been doing this for 13 years. He has been selling his products worldwide for a decade. He has made a lot of money worldwide. The police are trying to track him, but they can't find him. The police were in a hurry to find him. In November 2001, he got a huge lead. A theft took place in a computer shop in Canada. The owner called the police and asked them to take action. The police checked the shop. They checked the hard disk. The serial number of the hard disk matched the serial number of the cart. The serial number of the hard disk matched the serial number of the cart. The police got a lot of hope. They asked the shop owner who bought the hard disk. The shop owner said that he got the hard disk from a shipping company. The police asked the shop owner to give the contact number of the company. The police got the contact number of the company. The police tracked the number of the shop owner. The number was Benny's number. The police tracked Benny and noted his activity. They found a delivery truck often going there, and many cargo boxes were going inside. They checked whose house. They found a house that belonged to Mr. Smelly. The police raided the house. When they checked, they found all the missing cargoes in the house and they sealed it. They checked the house. They found lot of money. Since they sold all the things, they got a lot of money hiding in the bedroom, below bed, and he didn't have space to hide money. He said that his wife Teresa and her son Benny were all arrested and jailed and he was sent to the court. Smiley felt very bad and said, "Everything I did was wrong. Please forgive me. I have all the money I got so far. I will return it to you. Please punish me, but don't punish my family." Even though he said that he would return the money, his wife Teresa and her son Benny released him. Not only that, he also returned a lot of money. So, he was not punished much and was only sentenced to 2 years in prison. Even though he was only sentenced to 2 years in prison, it is a big mistake to sell a lot of illegal items to the police for 13 years.